Stove. How the fuck are you guys? F. I don't think you can. I think they do something when you swear in the first like 2 seconds of a video or something like that. Cat hair. Get off me. Hope everybody's doing great. We're listening to a little bit of Ultimus, members of Morbid Angel, if I'm not mistaken, and other bands. Hi, my name is Tyler. Welcome to the Amp Sim Show, episode 87. This is a release stream for a new plugin from what some might not expect or consider to be a major player or one of the top developers, and that would be a mistake. You'd be incorrect. We're talking about Kuassa, of course. Kuassa is a company. How's it going, Xander Bananas? Let me tell you about this shirt in a second. I'll tell you all about this shirt. Thank you, though. Appreciate you. It's an old shirt, very old shirt. And I'll tell you about this Lamb of God shirt and why I'm wearing it. Guys, it has been a hell of a last week here. Holy cow. Last Sunday, I got what I believe to be the norovirus, or at least a very bad gastro flu, and it ripped its way through me for the better part of a few days. And then I had a sleepless night in there as well that just messed with me completely. I went back to work on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and had some of this just absolutely horrible days at work as well. So this is my return to streaming from I feel good, but I lost some weight in the whole thing, and I've been losing weight, and I'll tell you why I've been losing weight. I looked more into it, and I'm not as concerned about it as I was before. Is that I really just stopped eating shit a lot. I was eating a lot of it. I still eat it and I still drink it. As you can see, I have a Coke here, a fountain Coke. Although I'm not buying cases of Coke, I'm not buying cans of Coke. I'm not bringing it in the house, and I'm thus not to tempt myself. Once in a while, I get a fountain Coke. It's a celebration. It's a celebration right now. It's a release stream, so we get one of these. Delicious. But I stopped eating a lot of things. I was eating ice cream like every day. I was eating like drumsticks 2 a day sometimes. I was eating a lot of junk food. And I stopped eating junk food. Right? I really brought it down. We're eating leaner, etc. We changed a few things. And I dropped some weight just as a byproduct. And a lot of my large shirts are they're not fitting quite as nice. So I might have to, it just sucks, guys. This really sucks. Because so many years I gave away probably 100. I'm not kidding you. I gave away 100 black t-shirts, band shirts. I just thought I'd never fit them again. I was 200 to 220 pounds. And thought I'm never fitting this tiny stuff ever again. But here we are. This is an old Lamb of God shirt it's a medium. It's a medium. I've got some hiss happening here. Sorry, guys. So I've got some, we're going to have some fun today. This is the Kuassa Amplification Arkhive. We're going to talk a little bit about Kuassa for those of you that maybe don't know the developer that well. For those of you that do, and you're just dropping in because you want to support your favorite developer, hello, how are you? This might be your first Amp Sim show. So if you're from the Kuassa folks over there, wonderful. If I'm not mistaken, an Indonesian-based company. If I'm not mistaken, now correct me if I'm wrong. I do believe that there are people working there, remotely all over the world. But I do believe that their home base is in Indonesia, if I'm not entirely mistaken. Now. I actually know of an amazing Indonesian. You guys he's one of the nicest human beings that I know online as well. Go and check out, I believe, once again, an Indonesian-based bass player. His name is Gilang, Gilang. I think there's more to his, you might have to look through a few. I'm not sure if that's a common name. Man, the cat hair is furious today. So anyhow, he is one of the best bass players I've ever seen. And I would love to hook these guys up, actually. I want to see if I can get him a copy of their bass plugins and let him just rip through them. That'd be really cool. Anyways, one of the reasons that I think Kuassa is a little bit lesser known in maybe the North American market is because they don't really do a lot of AR, and they don't do a lot of they don't really do any AR. When they do, they work with a lot of local based and not just local, but like country based artists. They work with a lot of Indonesian based artists. And I haven't seen them work a lot with North American side of things. And I would love to see more of that. I would actually love to even help them with that, to be honest with you, because Kuassa has been one of my favorite developers since Caliburn. These guys have been around for a very, 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 very long time. But in my personal opinion, this developer really came into their own with the release of Amplification Cerberus, and that was their bass plugin, and then Caliburn. Caliburn was where I think everybody just started going, what? You know, they had Vermilion, they had Cream, they had Amplification. There was another one as well. And those ones were like, they were okay, but they weren't great, admittedly. Okay. That stuff was, even at the time of release, kind of 6 out of 10 stuff for me. Then Caliburn came out and it was like, it went from 6, maybe 6.5, 7 out of 10. No, not even there for me. The older with Vermilion and Amplification Cream being more specific, those just weren't 100% there. They had little glimpses of awesome, and you could jazz them up and process things to be a little different. And I don't want to do that much work. I just want the plugin to give you some good tone on its own, right? So with Caliburn and everything after it, all of that stuff is incredible. Okay, so what we're doing today is we're going over their Mark V, which is they're calling it Amplification Arkhive. Get it? I'm using my Iceman today, tuned in C, and we're just going to go through some things I kind of started working out a preset. Also in the chain, we have some other plugins from Kuassa. We have the OD 3603. Now, if you've never used any of the Effector series of pedals, these are all multiple pedals inside one pedal that once you install them, if you install their host program, Amplification 360, it separates these into 5 different pedals. But for this sake, and so they don't have to give it to you in a bunch of 5 plugins that they're going to have to, keep up with and update and everything else. They're going to give you 5 pedals in one plugin, and we're going to kind of just mess around with that a little bit today. This is the OD. This is a bunch of overdrives. I also have the PH 3605. This is a bunch of phasers. I have also a bunch of chorus effects built into this one here. I also have Caliburn, the amp in question. Now you notice things have changed a little bit, and if I have one suggestion for Kuassa, it would be to go back and give, and it's probably already on their things to do, I would go back and give these the vector treatment as you see here. This has been given that beautiful resizable treatment. I think that's fantastic. If you guys have any questions, if you want to see anything else, let me know. Now, you might be thinking, well, hang on, these look a little different. Are they authentic? Are they realistic sounding? I noticed some missing controls and things are a little strange looking. Yes. Essentially, they do things their own way in-house. It's very interesting. They always have they usually have 3 different types inside every plugin. Now, typically in the past, 3 different types meant 3 different amps completely. However, in recent times, they've started just using those types as different voicings of the same inside the amp, different settings. The rectifier plugin was, from my understanding, just a rectifier, all rectifier, just 1 amp. And as far as I understand, this is also just 1 amp on the inside. Now, we're going to try our best. We're going to go through some of the presets. We're going to go through some of the features. There are no other panels. It does not come with pedals, and it doesn't come with a pedal section. So you're going to have to build your own. My suggestion to Kuassa would be to build in at least a boost pedal. I noticed right down here, there is a wasted section. Not wasted, but there is a black section. I noticed filter. Let's go to the screen. I noticed filter here. And notice limiter here. You go to filter, it gives you your high pass, low pass filter. Fantastic. We can just keep that on. Well, we're not going to. We'll test it without that for now. I noticed over here what they probably could stand to add over here would be a boost. Just, boost, and then have like 2 or 3 different types of boosts in here, which they could very easily do in the same sort of window that they have here. This could very easily be the settings for one boost pedal, and then maybe a boost and a compressor, something like that. That's what I would do with this little tiny rectangle down here, being that they've already used this space. That's what I would do. But we're not picking at it. I'm not saying this is bad. I'm just going over my first thoughts, initial thoughts, and hopefully you guys are cool with that. We're gonna be with this one for a little bit today, and I could not be more excited for that. I'm happy to see you guys. Thank you so much for being here, and let's get to the comments here. I'm excited for this plugin. I should download it, and should I download it, yay or nay? We're gonna find out. Yeah, man, Xander, it does not fuck around. Like almost every year, like I work in a school. I've been pretty upfront with you guys about that. I work in education. I work in various schools and things of that sort. And as you understand, if you understand anything about schools or remember when you went to one, sickness is everywhere. It always has been, always will be, because we as children, when we were kids, and the current children and children, 30 years ago and 40 and 50 years ago, it doesn't matter. Children can be filthy beings, being that they just don't understand hygiene until a certain age. So schools have a lot of, schools have a lot of sickness. It just happens. So, yeah. And every year we have this, like, there's a gastro thing. There's a gastro thing. And I'm just like, yeah, gastro thing. And other people get it, and I usually don't. This year, it found me head on. And boy, howdy, it was not a comfortable experience. All right, moving on. I really hope you guys are having a great weekend. It's a long weekend here, and I'm very excited about it. I could not be more excited about a long weekend after the week that I've had. A long weekend where I will admit I am feeling pretty fucking good. I look thin. I know I shaved my beard off as well. Why did I shave my beard off? Well, because I just don't look that great with a beard. I have this scar. It runs right down here, a burn scar from when I was a kid that just sort of elongated. It doesn't grow, so I'm always kind of working with this shitty chin hair, man. I don't want a neck beard. I don't want a neck beard. Other people can have neck beard, but I don't really want one. So anyhow, I decided to go, Mr. Gibbs style, pirate style, with just a bit more of a push broom. I'm really happy with the mustache. So I'm really not sold on this clip tuner at all, because I'm just not. And I know I'm not, and it is what it is. We're going to get there, guys. We'll get there eventually. It's trying to learn everything in like theory and thoughts of like, is this sharp? And it's the tuning that I'm not super great with as it is, so. So just forgive me, and we will get into this. I had a different guitar selected. I wanted to use my Charvel today. And lately it's been a lot of cold at night, and then warming up during the day, which means the instruments are just constantly flexing, which means, well, I'm actually kind of surprised it doesn't need a neck adjustment as well. And like you guys are aware, I'm kind of battling with this tuner. What is the actual most accurate? Can someone tell me what is the most accurate, or what is the highest rated and the best? You guys recommend a clip tuner that is accurate, reliable. This thing is going to go to be a backup. I'm going to keep a battery in it and keep it in the back for when something else happens, but this has got to go. The last one, 8 batteries like a motherfucker, but it was great. You're like, holy cow, 10 minutes in, 15 minutes in, how long have we been here? Finally, we're hearing actual sound out of a guitar. Man, this guy talks too much. And as always, I tell you, if you think that we talk too much here, this is a live stream type of a situation, not just a review. I also have great news on the Mindsinger. Guys, I have great news. I had a big fucking cat hair right in my eye. Guys, having cats is hazardous sometimes. All right, we're getting into this eventually. We're getting in. Excited for this. Plug in. Hi, Caleb. Caleb, how are you, Caleb? Caleb M. Is that which Caleb? Which Caleb are you? We have a few Calebs around here now. My gosh, this is happening again. Perfect. Last stream I had an issue as well with like there was a fluff or an eyelash or something. And wouldn't you know it, here we are again, dealing with the cat hair. Anyways, so Kuassa is fantastic. We're going to be just kind of rolling through and seeing what this thing can give us. We're going to go to type A, and we're going to bring that up a little bit. All right, so that's absolutely clean there. Let's go through a few presets. Let's go to low gain first, bell clean. So if you guys are unfamiliar with the Mark V, they're like, damn, he started again. If you guys are unfamiliar with the Mesa Boogie Mark V, my understanding, and after doing I've done plenty of research, I've only ever really heard one in person. I've never really put hands on. It's not the most popular amp in the Mesa Boogie fleet, if you will. It's not the most popular, but those that love it, love it. I think what happened, and there was one comment I read, and then I think Eddie also said something similar, where it was like the Mark V was something they were trying to make it like this, that, and the other thing, and trying to give you the best, best parts of this or that amp, and then it ended up being sort of a jack of all trades, master of none. However, one area that it does absolutely masterfully perform in is punk rock and rock. Punk rock, like The Offspring, for example, was always a combination of a Mark V and, if I'm not mistaken, there's a Mark V and a VHT. And that is, if Offspring, like them or not, has a very, very powerful rhythm guitar sound. Always have. And whatever song this is just cheesing me off right now. That sounds pretty good. This is just a nice, snappy, clean. Now, if we want to put a little bit of phaser on that. Beautiful. We've got phase 1, dual phase, multi-phase. Nice. Now we're going to turn this up a little bit now. Full, nice and full. Death from Archive, how are you? Brain Dead, how the hell are you? Xander Bernandez, hello again. Pedro, hello. Bo, what is happening? Caleb, nice to see you again, though. I'm sorry, there's a Peterson strobe clip? Well, I'm going to buy that, but how much is it? Like fucking $900 US? So I'll be paying like 15. No, I'm just kidding. Holy smokes, this is really nice sounding clean, folks. Let's get some Rotten Pool Verb in here. However, if I really wanted to, I could just go all straight up Kuassa on this one. They have many effector pedals. I want you guys to go and check out the Kuassa product line, because, guys, this might really shock you as to the prices. And one of the reasons their prices are low is because they don't do things like a lot of other developers. And for a lot of other developers, they do certain things. Some people look at price and say, well, it must not be as good because it's half the price of my favorite developer. And that's not the way to look at it. Not ever. Don't ever equate quality with price, because as we know, there's a metric shit ton of really, really good free stuff out there that doesn't cost any money. And by the way, if I'm not mistaken, they have free stuff. They have free stuff as well. Checkaroo, check. And sorry, guys, just doing a couple of checks here. Check. Okay, that's a little bit better. How's the vocal sounding? How is everything sounding, guys, today? Made a couple of small tweaks. So we are showing you guys little bits and pieces. And this is okay, so we can go. Nice. Very nice. I'm really, really feeling good about how good this sounds already. This is just a clean tone. And I would say the Mark V has a pretty strong clean tone. I'm not sure if everybody would agree or... Yes, you have. Yes, you do. You have. We've had this discussion before. There are great cleans inside Mesa Mark Series amps. Maybe underrated cleans. For sure, for certain. All right. I'm going to turn this down just a little tiny pinch because I don't want it to be competing with this too much. Get our... I can't remember that song at all anymore. I apologize for that. This doesn't seem like it's on a skip for me today, but guys, it's absolutely great to be here. It's Saturday. It's fun tonight. I think there's like the 50th anniversary of Saturday Night Live or something like that, or is it the series finale? I actually don't know what's happening tonight. I just heard it's something big. We got 2 Calebs in the house now. Can you be done with what you're doing? We had a Chinese food last night, and one of my cats decided that the bag is now his favorite place to live. But he's got to come in and out and in and out and in and out and in and out. And he's just like, it's a lot of noise. Especially when you guys can probably hear it as well. I didn't choose this. Yeah, buddy, your balls are huge. The guy that speeds up and down my street with the big lifted power diesel. Bro! You're the coolest! How boring is your life? All right, let's do this. So guys, that's basically your basic clean. Let's just... All right, we're getting crunchier now. Let's see what we got. Oh, now we're out of tune again. This is the life that I'm going to be dealt. These are the cards I'm going to be dealt with today. I guarantee it. All right, guys. We're going to try to do my best to keep shit in tune today, though. So this mod switch, as far as I understand, this mod switch is something that they added just a little flavor that is sort of a mix of a few different things that's going on. Didn't really tell me exactly what it does, but we're going to examine that as we go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back. Oh, wow. Let's just go through some of these non-named presets. This is beef. This is what the one I started creating, but we'll see. Again, really? This is going to be an all-day thing, is it? Okay. Dang. Oh my Lanta. This guitar does not want to be used today. Wow. Wowzer, wowzer. I'm actually kind of shocked that it is not doing what it at all what it should be doing. Kind of a bummer. I was really hoping that I was going to be able to use this one in this stream today. It's the plain fourth. Again. I might just use the onboard tuner. Is there an onboard tuner in this one? There's not. All right. Well, I know my Charvel will stay in tune. So, and I can promise you between streams today, there will be many. There will be double stream today. I always say that and it never happens. I've got a lot of work to do this weekend. I want to do a lot. I want to be on here a lot with you guys. I want to have a lot of fun. I'm going to have a lot of stuff to try out. And And guys, I'm gonna head right to the music store and buy something different after this. Gosh, this is just annoying the shit out of me. As it probably is to everyone else that's attempting to watch a promotional stream. All right, guys, you're going to just give me 10 seconds. We're going to have to do a switch because I feel like pitching this out a fucking window. And I would rather get something that's going to stay in tune for y'all. So please do give me about just literally 2 minutes. Sorry, guys. All right, I'm back. And yeah, you guys must be just totally digging. Anyways, I hope everybody's having a great day. Either way, we'll get this show on the road. This guitar, however, is usually very, very, very reliable. And we'll hope that it's reliable this time as well. I did not select the mics. For this I did, though. Going back. Reaper does rule. I agree. Please do talk in the comments about what you guys are up to this weekend. What are you recording? I'll tell you something about what I'm finally going to do. There's something I've been wanting to do for a long time. And that is an entire album of Canadian covers done in metal, like death metal versions. So that is what I'm going to be working on. I selected 5 songs already. I think I'm going to leave it at blocks of 4 or 5 songs. And that way I can stay, productive. All right, that's going to stay in tune nicely, I think. All right, crank that up a bit. Little out of tune, but that's okay. These are also like everything. I've been putting new strings on a lot of guitars lately because we've been doing some pickup swaps. And you know what? If you're out there and you're trying to do a pickup swap and you're like, I don't want to change my strings, there are ways to do it, but without taking the strings off, depending on how much slack you've left, it can be a bit of a shit show, and you might end up damaging the guitar. When I say damaging, I mean scratches from the screws, the mounting screws. I've got a few guitars, and you guys have definitely seen a couple of my guitars with some mounting screw scratches. There it is. That's now okay. Now we're talking. Oh, yeah. Gonna do like a modern style. That's a little bit much. That's sounding a little bit better. We're gonna turn that off for now, though. We're just gonna go straight through the amp, so you guys can just get a good idea. So we've got A, we've got B, and we've got C, which I'm assuming is, what is it, vintage, raw, and modern? We're assuming that that's what we're looking at here, vintage, raw, and modern, because is that not, are those not the colors? Is that orange? I think that's, no, that's yellow. Either way, I think that we might be in that ballpark. Hold on. Here we go. Hold on. Things are moving fast. Holy monkey. Yeah, there's a few different speakers in here. We're going to go over the cabinets as well. Yeah, there's a PV here as well, guys. Just so you guys say, hey, Ton Guitar, what's going on, my friend? I'm going to be trying out a bunch of Kuassa products today, and then either today or tomorrow. I haven't decided. It might be today. We're going to do the heaviest, who is the heaviest of them all, and Kuassa version. And I'll show you guys all the absolute heaviest versions of everything. Might even pull out the baritone today. The Mindsinger, guys. Update on the Mindsinger. And I really want to apologize to Nils Rollback, because I know Nils did a build and he tried to tell me in the stream and I missed it by a couple of minutes, and I guess he pieced out after that. And I didn't get a chance to thank him because, guys, and here's the thing. We're going to talk about the Mindsinger endorsement in the next stream. I might even just wait till it's going to arrive. It arrives this on Family Day on Monday. I couldn't be more excited. So guys, expect at least a couple, probably a big boy 3-hour welcome to the family stream with the new guitar. And I couldn't be, I'm honored. I'm nervous for this guitar's arrival. I feel like I've been practicing too. I've been practicing just for this guitar because I don't feel good enough. So yeah, there's going to be a lot of fun today with Kuassa products. We're going to be giving away 3 licenses for the Kuassa Amplification Arkhive. I'm also putting together I'm going to be talking to Kuassa about putting together a Doom bundle. And we're going to be doing something with their products and some Doomage as well, because they have some incredible stuff for making Doom. We're going to talk to you guys about that. There's going to be a bundle that I'm going to be working out with them called the Kuassa Doom bundle. And it's going to involve a few different things. So you'll have to tune into the stream and see what we get to from there. Okay, so as far as the giveaways go, we're just going to give them out throughout the weekend, just absolutely randomly throughout random conversations. So nobody be trying, you don't have to try to win anything. It's sort of just going to be there. All right, folks. One of them is going to go to a first timer. I will say the other 2 will be going for just random reasons. I'm going to get Eddie to give one away and Bo to give one away this weekend. So I will not be choosing anything. So Bo and Eddie will get to choose one person. So Bo will choose someone in this stream. Eddie will choose somebody in the heaviest of all stream if he's there, which will be likely he'll be there. And then the Doom stream that I'm going to likely do tomorrow, we'll do a first timer. We'll do a first timer that jumps in on that stream, and we'll all be waiting too. It's funny. I like that. What do you guys think of that? That's a nice setup, eh? That's pretty fair. All right, this is sounding good. You know, like, is it though? Is it? You're still out of tune, bro. Yeah, I am. All right, Bright Brit. This is where I'm at. Wowzers. Hell yeah. This is sounding great. I really like this. I know it's out of tune a little bit, guys. I know. But this one's staying in a hell of a lot better than the other one. That Iceman is so finicky, and it's just because I know the tuners aren't great. I don't have, it's not a priority to replace them yet, because most times I use that guitar, it's been fine, but it's the plain. I bought a couple sets of the strings where I thought it was a wound fourth and it was a plain fourth. And I'm like, fuck, you know, depending on the tuning, I really like a wound fourth for anything lower than E flat. I really do. Not much of I'm a rhythm player though, so some people might be like, that's preposterous. So I'm going to play a little bit of punk rock on this thing today, because that to me is when I hear Mark V, when someone starts talking about a Mark V, I immediately start thinking about like NoFX, Offspring, and a number of other bands, because I really feel like that's one place that amp did start to fit in. Although it wasn't necessarily like Eddie said it really well. Jack of all trades, master of none, which means it kind of was like the really cool kid that just still got left out in the cold. He just, you know what I mean? Like, you're not cool enough. You're just not cool enough for us. You're just not cool enough for us either. You know, like that person that just doesn't fit anywhere, because there's just a slightly better version of him everywhere. That being said, this is fantastic. And not being like, I've done my research. I know what a Mark V sounds like. And this one, it sounds pretty good. It's got that really, really tasty, that really, really tasty edge to it that in the mids. And guys, this is all stuff that's also quite easy on resources as well. Whoa. Okay, so this is blues. Boutique. Mad. Modern. By the way, this is a Charvel Skatecaster that has a set of Z Labs raw pickups in it. Well, this is ceramic raw. Actually, I'm going to be straight and honest with you that I actually don't know the name of the neck pickup. I always thought it was just like an Alnico raw. I really should. I touched base with Marco recently, so I should just ask him. And he's like, I'm really not sure what, he does so many pickups. He's like, I'm not really sure what I gave you. So I'm going to have to like send him some pictures, and he'll be like, oh yeah, it's this set. But I definitely know this is called the Ceramic Raw, if you're interested. It's got really cool. I know that there are several companies out there that offer like this carbon fiber looking finish, but this was one of the first companies I saw to do it. And these pickups look fantastic in this guitar. They look really nice in here. And this guitar can make almost any set of pickups sound good though. I've had tons in here and they've all sounded really nice. I really need to warm up my image quality. Everything looks so cold and gray. I think I accidentally put not image quality, the what do you want to call it? The hue. I don't know what you call it. Contrast? I don't know. She knows that sort of thing. This is really nice. This sounds really good. For you Mark V folks out there, is this sounding exactly the way that you'd like it to sound? I ordered a new pedal board. Super excited to start filling it up. I would be too. I love that feeling. I love that feeling. Even if you're like, I'll use this one time in one song and I will make it, I will force it, shoehorn that motherfucker into that song too, just to have it there. I get hit with a copyright thing, not a strike, but just like just let me know that I can't monetize the video, which I don't anyways. I intend to monetize our pre-recorded stuff, so that'll be all royalty-free music that's playing in the background of those streams. But I find it really annoying that I get a copyright strike for a fucking cover. Steven Seagul's didn't write the goddamn song. Why is it letting me know there's a copyright strike for that? That seems dumb. It's a cover. Covers should be, I was told covers are sort of like immune to the copyright thing, but not this one. Nope. Every time. And you bet you tomorrow morning I'll get an email, or whenever this finishes up, buffering and all that. Not buffering, but when it does after the fact, it does all the, yeah. I'm so dumb when it comes to that stuff, guys. When the algorithm notices this song in the background, guarantee I'll get an email. Oh, we noticed that the song you can't. Yeah, but I'm telling you, it's a cover. It's not even their song. Needs more distortion. So let's hit this mod here. Man, it's punchy as shit. So punchy. I'm really, really liking this so far. How's it going, everybody? By the way, my name is Tyler, and welcome to the Saturday release stream for this bad boy. I am good enough. Thank you so much, by the way. I'm sorry I'm so behind. The comments are delayed as it is a little bit because I monitor them in a stupid way. Fun fact about Cobain cleans, he used Randall as well. I always thought he just used a Crown power amp and just farted into it to make it sound whatever he sounded like. Kurt Cobain has the worst guitar tones in the history of rock music. I hated his guitar tones. I absolutely hated almost every guitar tone in I could never stand drum sounds, holy shit, yes. The bass sounds, holy shit, yes. But and the songwriting, no knock on the music or his voice or any of the songwriting, nothing like that. Just the guitar tone itself was anything with the Boss DS1 leading the fucking charge. To me, it's like, do you know who Gilbert Gottfried is? Okay, well, imagine Gilbert Gottfried's voice, like cranked up a notch with distortion on it. That's to me what the DS1 does to me. It's one of my least favorite sounding items ever. I hate the DS1 so much, but if you're looking for one, Audiority makes a lovely one, and I know it's amazing because that plugin is able to really like eat at my make my neck hair stand up and shit. So I know it's really good. I might not like it, but I'm telling you, it's really good. Now, I'm going to say right off the bat, this is one of the greatest sounding amp sims that Kuassa's ever made. Not to say that everything else was not good by any means. Like, this is truthfully a really, really nice sounding plugin, guys. This is going to change some people's minds about certain things. I think there is a demand for this amp. And what I say, there's a demand, but like this amp is the most popular. This amp still gives you that ability to sort of kind of sound like Mark IV and sort of kind of sound a little bit like, you know, that Mark II C plus feel to certain things, you know, that it still gives you that Mark series sound. And you're able to kind of use it to, as once again, going back to Eddie, use it to be the master. You're maybe not the master, but you're the jack of all trades. And this amp, it can do those things. It'll be able to do thrash. It'll be able to do rock. And this is going to give me you that. This is that Foo Fighters rock type sound. Holy! And this cabinet section sounds wonderful. I'm going to admit, and I will be as honest as I can at all times, and you guys are aware, I'm going to be straight, that even with Caliburn, even once the modeling and everything else took a 100-fold step up, it went up. But the cab sections, in my opinion, the cab sections, they were good, but I always felt like I always reached for my own cabs. Very, very often I was reaching for my own cabinets. And not because these were bad, but because I just preferred my own stuff. Whereas this is a different story. This, yeah, sure, I've got some great sounding impulse responses. It'll probably sound great with this as well, but this sounds really good. Like really, really, really good. This, you guys really need to go out and get it. This is, by the way, with Kuassa, it is not a fully functioning free trial. There are little blocks of silence. And I know I've always said if there's not a fully functioning free trial, you don't really want it. But in this case, like these guys, they deserve your business. Honestly, just take the little blocks of silence for what they are. And also look at the fact that these plugins are phenomenally affordable. Phenomenally affordable. Grover and Goto tuners have worked all the way. One company for tuners that I want to say that I will put my stamp of approval on is Geiker. There's Geiker and there's another one. I think it's Calais, or what is it? I just bought a set of tuners and I can't remember the brand name. It is import made. I bought them for my Studio Lord, and they've like those nice little tips on them and everything. Everything's fantastic, and they were very affordable. I'll get you the brand name on that. I think maybe it's no, I can't remember now. I don't want to misspeak, but there is Guyker, which is Guyker, and I'm not gonna lie to you guys, Guyker's stuff is pretty legit. They were nice enough to send me a box of tuners, and they're just like, if you like these, buy them kind of thing. And I was just like, they kind of trusted me on that, like, because I had gone back and forth about doing some content, and the guy's like, yeah, just check these out, and they're phenomenally affordable, and I did buy them, and I'm going to install them on something at some point, although I don't know what just yet. Just an inline 6 set. So yeah, fun stuff. I'm very impressed so far. Let's get some phaser in on this. Nice. It's twangy too. Like, man, this amp really is a jack of all trades. If I can get twang out of it with a non-twangy pickup, I can imagine what I can do with it with one of the Telecasters. Boys, we're gonna jump into that at some point too. So far, this is absolutely shocking me, blindsiding me with how good this is. Thanks so much to Kuassa, by the way, for always supporting everything I've ever done as far as Honest Amp Sim reviews or the Amp Sim universe, supporting our team here. Thank you so much to you guys. But that, by all means, that being said, there's been a few times over the years where I've gone to these guys and said, well, yeah, this is a great plugin, but this or this or this, I didn't like this or that. And they're very respectful. Like, yeah, thank you so much for that information. We'll take it into account, maybe potentially for later. And either it helps or it doesn't. It doesn't really matter. Either way is that you're saying it and you're helping things out. And some developers don't take that kind of information and just take it and be like, yeah, thank you so much. They're just like, they'll just ignore it and they'll just take it and throw it down. They don't even reply to it. And that's okay too. Everybody is different, but these guys, man, these guys really do what they do very well. It's different, but man, the quality is very, very high on this. And this is, I think, one of their first plugins of theirs where I'm just like, not even one of the first, but this is actually just a noticeable jump up, much like almost every plugin since Caliburn has been. There's been a little jump up somewhere. There's Lancaster, which is all Vox. There is a what is the one? What's the one with all the fenders? Matchlock. Sorry, there's one that's Matchlock, it's called. That's all nothing but fenders. On the downside of that one, like I've been pretty open about with, like I said, all plugins, I'm happy to be open about it. The only thing with Matchlock I didn't like is that there were some amps that were modeled from amps that had the word reverb in it, but though the plugin did not itself include reverb, which is kind of a downside to some, might be a downside to some Fender purists. Doesn't really matter. It's still very affordable. You can buy a reverb and just throw it into the chain. It'd be fine. So this, guys, very, very, very surprised so far. Not to say I was thinking it was going to go in thinking, but I just didn't think I was going to be just this happy. Fantastic. Elmyrus, how are you? Rudy, how are you? Have I ever used a Distrion box into your interface? Distrion box? A distortion box. I think you're probably trying to say, yeah. I really do not like using, I know a lot of people will do it. I just don't like to use analog out front of my interface at all. Not really. It's not my style. I'm either going to go all analog or all digital. I just don't like, I love both worlds and I understand I have a huge, huge respect and love for both worlds, but I'm going to go ahead and say that I went that way for a while trying to find like the best, boost pedals. And I had this like pedal board of stuff that would go into my interface. I've tried it. I've definitely done it. And there was one reason that it kind of screwed up an entire album that I recorded. And then after that, I was just very unwilling to use it after that in any respect. So womp womp, little out of tune now. Anyhow, guys, what's going on with the rest of your day? What am I doing with the rest of my day? Well, I am going to come back in. I don't know how long we've been on here now, but we're going to be on here about an hour to 90 minutes. And then I'm going to come back and just a little bit of a shake, maybe even back to back, and do the heavy stream, maybe even right after this. And it'll be a long boy, but it'll be fun. At the same time, we'll bring this out. We'll find the heavier tones in this bad boy right here, as well as going over the rectifier and the VVV, aka the PV that they have. And what else do they have? That is heavy. Oh, by the way, and then, of course, there's Doom, where, well, Caliburn can be heavy as well. And then for Doom, there's a few other things I'd like to go over, which is, again, going to involve Arkhive, Caliburn, and Clarence. And that's going to be a lot of fun as well. We're going to have some fun over the weekend here. And as you guys are aware, there's a lot of effectors. So go check out all of those effectors. Pardon me. I'm hoping to have... I realized that I missed a couple of their releases, which is strange because I'm on there, I'm all over their social media, and a couple of them snuck by me. All of us, actually. Nobody realized that there's one delay pedal that came out. Apparently, it's based on an early. It looks to be, anyways, based on that early fuchsia colored Boss delay. It was like what is it? A DD1 or no? And I don't even remember which one that is. I don't know these Boss names. Old 3-knob delay pedal. I think Caleb... Hold on. I'm not a fan, as I absolutely love the ML Sound Lab IRs. I'll go to bat any day of the week saying that those are some of the best IRs maybe ever made. Like, there's just no way around it. They sound awesome. However, their amp sims have never really wowed me. That's all. I'll just leave it there on that one, because as you guys are aware, the only company I really like to drag through this shit is, you guys are aware, is that PG company. I don't want to just... This is supposed to be a promotional for Kuassa, but we do talk about, it's a live stream format. We do talk about all kinds of things when we do stuff like this, but there are just some developers out there that they just not making stuff that I think is in the upper echelon. And when you have so many companies that are in that upper echelon, and including Kuassa, by the way, in that upper echelon, and there are companies that are charging not very much for these fantastic amp sims. Like, you could go and spend, like, I think roughly, Kuassa roughly is along the same price as ML Sound Lab. Yes or no? I think they're around the same price point. Whereas Kuassa, you're getting very much complete amps. These are or at least really close to complete amps. These are all modeled fantastically well, and just like so many good things happening inside the Kuassa plugins. And then I just found that inside the ML Sound Lab stuff, the modeling it's just not there. It's cool, like the IRs are there, but I just find that the modeling to be a little bit cold, a bit boxy, and we'll just leave it there for the time being. Audio Assault stuff is definitely, in my opinion, the majority of their stuff, Audio Assault stuff is, yes, definitely better than ML Sound Lab for sure. That's where I'll take that one with you. I'm talking about PG. PG is positive grade. I don't actually dislike JST. I find Joey Sturgis to be hysterical. But I don't dislike JST at all. I find that I just bought a JST plugin the other day. It was $9. And I bought the fuzz pedal as well when it was $9. There are a lot of stuff in that JST lineup that can get you some really great results at home. A lot of shortcutty type plugins, production helpers, and that type of thing. Those types of things that we can all use. Let's be honest. Like stuff like JST clip and noise reduction, or what is it? That one reduction plugin, and then there's heat, and there are a lot of plugins in the JST lineup. The Bassforge stuff, that Bassforge Hellraiser is pretty reasonable. Not gonna lie. That one is fun to use. So yeah, there's definitely some really great stuff in there, but there's also some stuff that I wouldn't advocate for either. But what I would advocate for right now is the Kuassa Amplification Arkhive. This is just kind of blown my mind today a little bit. We've only gotten a couple presets in, and I'm really, really quite shocked at how good this is. Let's go to circle and see what we have here. Holy shit, that sounds good too. What do we got going here? I see this. There's panning happening. Got some interesting stuff going on here. All right, let's see what we have going on. That can't be. That's really more verb than I don't understand why all of a sudden this verb got so large sounding. I'm gonna bring it down even more pinch. That's better. Okay. Yeah, ballsy. If you haven't gone to get this already, it's on intro pricing. I'm not sure what the intro price is. I really should go look that sort of things up. Spirits. Hell yeah, guys. So what I'm doing today is, anyways, I'm watching Liam Neeson movies. That's later. I've got some. Guys. All I can tell you right now, I have a proposal to write, and I have to do a layman's terms explanation of what a suite style plugin is for. I will tell you, I can say this much. Guys, I'm literally in contact with the largest artist I've ever spoken to for a signature plugin. I can't say, I wouldn't say the artist, I wouldn't the developer or anything else. I'm talking to the largest. I'm not even talking to the artist. I'm going through a series of doers, of people. And, it's a biggie for me. And so I'm writing out a layman's terms thing today to put on some Liam Neeson movies. Today I watched A Walk in the Tomb. Was it a walk through the tombstones, in the tombstones? That movie is fucking awesome. If you haven't seen that, woo, that movie is fucking good. Yeah, it's a Liam Neeson role. He's just an old guy that's fucking killing all these people, kill all the bad guys, Liam Neeson. But man, he's very entertaining. Also later, I think we might watch Dreamcatcher, which is not a Liam Neeson movie, but I believe that I'm going to watch that later as well. We talk about movies, video games, and things of that sort around here. Also dabbling back into my Fallout. I don't know. I'm playing Fallout again. All right, what do we got? Get off me. I am not a fan of that bass amp sim, to be honest. Seems a little outdated. Which one are we talking about? Cerberus? Which one are we talking about? I'm trying to catch up. Oh no, the Hellraiser. The UI is outdated. You're right. It's maybe a bit outdated, but if you can get it for like 15 or 20 bucks or something like that on crazy sale, it's got some good tones in there. It's got some decent tones in there for using it for, like you said, black metal, old school death metal, even though old school death metal is kind of more of a clean style of bass. Very punchy, compressed. Nice. Oh my god. Oh my gosh. Can I play guitar at all? I'm out of tune. Fuck, this thing rips. This might be my new favorite Mesa Mark Series sim. So while the I don't even know what to say about this. I was not expecting any of this. I was expecting this to be really good, like a lot of their stuff just is. But I did not expect to be absolutely broadsided by some rad stuff right here. Man, Spirit Crusher's a good song. Ew. Huh. Just had a really interesting idea. I had a really interesting idea. Gonna write it down on this paper right here. Huh. Who has the two plug in? Okay, perfecto. I had an idea. Anyways, I suppose that now that Pantera is back, the licensing fee must have... Hold on. Going back. Hold on. Have you heard they might be redoing? Well, they are. In fact, they're completely remastering New Vegas to look... I know this might not be to everyone's taste, but to feel more like the newer ones. Or the newest. Is that Fallout 4? Is that the newest one? I'm literally playing it right now. I can't remember if it's 4. Is it 4? I can't remember if it's 4. Yeah, Fallout 4. I know some people are like, fuck, I don't like that. I don't like the feel of Fallout 4. But hey, you know what? A lot of people do. I don't know. I was trying to play the old Far Cries as well. Man. What was that about? Sam had a... Did you just have a bad dream, buddy? Did you have a bad dream? Hopefully we don't have a... We might have a pukler here. Anyhow. Disruptor isn't bad by any means. I won't say that Disruptor's bad. I'm just saying it wasn't what I expected it to be. Just checking through here. Sorry, Mark, Caleb. By the way, I don't know if I said hi to hello, Caleb, or Death Form Archive. Hopefully, I said hello to everybody. Just want guys, I want to make sure I'm all Mark Studios. Can you try it with the third parties? Yeah, you're damn right I can. I was getting there. I can do it right in here or just use my own. I might as well see how theirs works. So we're just gonna go Oh no. It's gotta do something. It's gonna crash me, isn't it? You're gonna crash me, aren't you? Don't you dare. Okay, good. It didn't crash me, but oh gosh. I was really hoping it wouldn't there. Let's just use their loader and see how that works. Because I was just talking about their stuff, let me use it with my guy. You know what I have to use it with first. I'm gonna have to use it with my Ega. And see what we got. Wait. There we go. Holy shit. As I said before, Kuassa stuff always sounds good with third-party IRs. Oh my god. I've always used third-party IRs with their stuff. Not saying their stuff isn't good, but right now, like, man, their stuff is wowing me. The onboard IRs are wowing me today. I don't know what they did different, or if they did anything different, or if just all things came together nicely. But man, I am very, very impressed, guys. Of course, this tuner. So what I'm going to do, guys, is right after this, I am probably going to go just head over to the... I might head over to the guitar store to get another tuner. But this one might do me okay for the rest of the weekend. But man, gosh, it's irritating me. So as guys, I keep wiping the oils off my fingers because I can feel my fingers starting to get dry. Or rather, oily. Wow. What do you guys think of the new, hold on a second. What do you guys think of the new Glory Hammer stuff, by the way? Are you guys Glory Hammer fans? Do you like the new singer? Yes? All right, now it's time to try it with the... I want to try... Oh, hang on. Oh, wait a sec. How do I go back to... Oh. Ah, I see. So you have to just kill it first and then go back. Okay. Get... IRs. Let's go to my... Well, because I was just talking about them, let's go to ML Sound Lab and go to the mega oversized and it's over. Oops. Yes, that's fine. And we'll just go with a couple of their mixes and go back and forth. Since this is the Mesa OS you asked for. Maybe it's time to go in the box on the tuner. What do you mean? Hold on a second. I didn't see what Eddie said about the tuner. Yeah, I didn't hear what Eddie said about the tuner. Software tuner. Now, I don't... I really don't like software tuners, guys. I just don't. But there's not one in this particular tuner, is there? Or in this particular plugin? No, there just isn't. I know he's in there. It's ridiculous. So they've got pretty much everything else, but they have no... Is there a tuner? Am I just missing it? I don't think there is. The only other tuner I've got to install... What do I have installed? I have M-Tuner. Yeah, M-Tuner is pretty solid. Let's give it a shot. It's just the... Is there a mute? If there's no mute... Let's see, that just... I'm not even going to bother trying to use... And plus, I'd want to activate it as well. Yeah, I'll figure it out, though. I just don't like software tuners. There's just too much clicking. Too much clicking. But this also involves clicking. I want something I can just open up. I'll figure it out. I really do prefer... I just don't like software tuners for the most part. Scoopy? I'll scoop it out a little more for you. Yeah. Alright. Go to the next. Infamous. That last part, is that riff is not easy. Damn it, what's that? I'm trying to learn Offspring riffs on the spot. Yeah, anyways, I honestly had no issues with my other tuner until the very end of it. And apart from the fact that it ate batteries like a motherfucker, the problem I have with this is that everything is a sharp. I'm a flats guy. I know that sounds like a cop-out, but that adds... It's a silly thing to say, but it adds time to your workflow when you have to do that quick calculation. I know it seems silly, but even just that couple of seconds is a couple of seconds that I don't have to spend if I go and get something that's all flat skis, you know? I can play some Metallica. That's happening next stream, though. Next stream, I'm going to pull out the EMGs. And next stream, the heaviest... who is the heaviest of them all? I'm going to go, I'm going to use the EMG, and then we're going to see if we can find some genty tones with the baritone. The baritone. No new pickups in the baritone yet. Still trying to figure out which way I'm going to go with the pickups. Excuse me. The way I'm going to go with the pickups, I'm going to go with soap bars, actually. I am going to stick with P90s, noiseless, high-output P90s, ceramic and an Alnico, instead of going mini humbuckers, because I want to show people the minimal amount of work that needs to be done to this guitar to make it sound gigantic. And and play really, really nice. I'll go over some stuff about that guitar when we use it. I've had a lot of fun with it. I ordered some new strings because we'll talk about that as well. But yeah, so far so good, guys. It's in the JA baritone from Harley Benton. Call me a fanboy. Call me a sheep. I followed along, and I copycatted and said, "Gee, that is kind of sexy looking, and seems like it might be a good buy." And it was. So let's talk about that a little bit more next stream. Yeah, we're going to see if we can do some metal, though, for sure. All right. Let's see. Tight riffs. Let's see what tight riffs is. I don't have it. You know what? Hang on a sec. These just feel like they need a little bit of a help, and they're almost there. They're almost there. Yeah, anything lower than D, though, I've got to have a wound fourth. But this is D, so we're okay here. But yeah. I'm going to bring the sag feature up, but if you've never checked out the sag feature here, or the bias feature inside any of the Kuassa products, wowskis, they're fun to use. Yep. Why am I not getting a lot of input there? I'm just noticing that now. There you go. Never be afraid to touch the input. Just to make sure that you're getting exactly what you need. There, I just happened to notice that I thought my input was good there, but looked up and nope. No boosts or anything on there. Ah! Oh, riff! Nope. No, we gotta go back for the riff, guys. Sorry. Love those horn blasts. Meep. Ride cymbal's key right here with the bass. Listen to the ride cymbal and the bass. Oh. Oh. Little things, folks. Little things in songwritings. Little things in songwritings are going to help you out. And little things like that get people will remember your songs. Hello. Hell yeah. That's a pretty fun. This all of it's pretty fun. Let's try it with just like third party boosty pedal here. Yeah, it sounds good. We knew it would. Green Reaper's always there. It's fine. But that being said, we didn't need it. This thing is awesome. And if you go check out the effectors, during sale times, the effectors are so friggin' cheap. And they have so many pedals. Oh gosh, do they have so many pedals. Man, this has been a really fun go through this plugin with you guys, man. This is a really good plugin. It's a very solid plugin. Let's try to... we'll see what we can get out of this. Dun, 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 dun. Okay. Oh, wrong one. Fucking wrong one. Wow, that sounds good. Oh, good Lord. Oh my gosh, this is my favorite plugin of the year so far, I think. I know it's a short year so far, but boys. This is really, really good. I'm going to say this out loud, and I'm probably going to get some haters at some point. That's okay, you can bring it. If you take your blinders off, go ahead. I know that they're based on different amps, but go ahead and put this up against... Go ahead and put this up against the Big Neural. The Mark II C Plus Suite. See what you think. Obviously, that one's got more bells and whistles. Obviously. Yes, we know that. But for sound alone, I don't know. Go and tell me what you guys think. Put this up against the two. Or sorry, put this up against... Well, go ahead. Go ahead and put this up against the ML SoundLab Mark series and see what you think there. Go ahead and put it up against the Neural. Go ahead and put it up against whichever. There's one in... there is one in Line 6 Helix Native. Put it up against that. Compare them. They're probably all going to be... well, most of those are going to be pretty decent. Man, this is really something else, though. I was not expecting this to be on quite on this level. Wow, now that we're on this, wow. Okay, hold on. I haven't played a lot of Metallica in a long time. So hold on, let me try that again. Oh! Yeah. Yeah, buddy. It might be interesting for you guys to know that I grew up the biggest Metallica fan you could ever imagine. It was my whole lifeblood for a living. Metallica, Megadeth, those two bands at one point were just my reason for living. Testament a little bit later on, Anthrax, man, all Slayer, they just, we'll call them the big five in this case, because I've always thought that Testament should, you can go ahead and disagree with me, but I've always said that Testament deserved to be and have earned the right to be part of the big five, not the big four. I always thought it should have included Testament. I really, really, really do. But I always thought there must have been something. There's always been something that divided those bands somewhere. You know what I mean? I don't know why it was. There's got to be something we don't know about, or maybe something just I don't know about. Maybe it's out there. But I always wondered why Testament wasn't really considered part of the, like, why they didn't just bring, guys, you guys are fucking amazing. Come on in here. Alex Skolnick, and come on in here. And Testament has stayed so fucking good over the years. So good. So good. Yeah. Okay. Fuck, this is a good cover. If you've never heard this cover, the Burn the Priest did a few covers. They did a Melvin's cover. What else they do? Whole bunch in here. This is, if you're not sure who that is, it's essentially just Lamb of God. And so they did a covers album. It's pretty cool, though. Pretty fun stuff. Holy shit. This sounds really fucking good, guys. I know I've said it 100 times already in this, but whoa! Oh, damn it. Anybody that knows the song I just tried to play is laughing with me or at me, and either one is fine. If you guys don't understand why I don't play covers on here very often, I just do a riff salad throughout the entire stream is because I just there really is a pressure, even in a casual live stream setting. There's pressure to play it properly, and when I say properly, I mean if you don't play it as good as some absolute tone wiener out there that has dedicated their entire life to sounding and playing like only one person on the planet, that can be a real huge tribute to some people. But I really feel like people, you guys know the type of people I'm talking about, where you see somebody just casually playing a cover and they'll be like, "You're playing it wrong, stop it," and just like, hey, I'm sorry, like it is what it is. But I really don't care that much. Although at the same time, we've always maintained that no developer on this earth, not one developer on this earth wants to tune into a piece of content made with their product and hear someone absolutely murdering a song. Nobody wants that. So I don't think a piece of content should be me sitting here learning a song either. Nobody wants to hear that. Another reason I don't play solos during streams is because like I can solo a little bit, but not well enough to like impress anyone. My hands turn into bricks. It's not a good scene. All right, let's just smooth this out a tiny bit. Alex Skolnick, more like Alex. Oh, fuck. More like Alex No Riffs over here. Most of the, wow, people have just bailed on this one. Just kidding. Wow, this, my camera is just does not want to stay where it's supposed to be. Amplitude, yeah, I mean, we all knew that was going to happen. Where one company does something and does it really successfully, you're going to see other companies follow suit in either very obvious or very subtle ways over time, either immediately or over time, rather. And that's just part of the industry, especially when, it could come from a good place in competition or a little bit of like, God dang it kind of situation. I know of situations on both sides of things, and I can tell you that, man, I've seen some greasy stuff. All of us here on the team have seen some things that when you look a little bit deeper, you can find some kind of greasy things happening. But that being said, I believe that the competition and the healthy competition that kind of rages inside the amp sim industry is very healthy. It's good for us, the consumer. It's good for the companies to constantly be, evolving and learning and finding new ways to be effective and remain effective. Or in the case of some companies, to try to find their way into that upper echelon. Kuassa is a company that is absolutely 300%, no matter how you slice it, this company is in the upper echelon, in the top 5 type. We'll say at this point, the top 5 is almost a top 10 because the quality just at the top of this game is starting to really, it's starting to widen out. We're adding companies. We're not only adding companies, but companies that have been around for a long time are slowly making their way up with small improvements or large improvements, and then they end up here as well. Kuassa is a company that has constantly been just hanging out in that top 10. But I believe that with something like this, in the last bunch of plugins that they've done, they continue to push their way up and continue to push up, up, and up. Again, you're not going to see the name as much because they are not paying your favorite. They're not paying your favorite artists. They're not paying $1,500 for demos. They're not, they're not paying, thousands of dollars for YouTube ads. So there are going to be companies out there that you may not have heard of, and that's okay, depending on how new you are. But just never stay. You might be a fan of one developer, and that's fine. It's okay for everyone to have a favorite developer, but never limit yourself to one developer when you're checking out plugins, because you are shooting yourself in the foot 100%. There's a lot of stuff out there. There's not just one or two or three really high quality developers anymore. There's more like probably close to 10 at this point, that are out there that are making high quality amp sims that they just differ from company to company and what kind of features you're getting, what kind of modeling they're using. And there's no one single right way to do things or how to model an amp. So I love that the companies are consistently saying, well, okay, that company did that amp, and you know what, they did it good, but we know, or at least we feel, we can do it better. I love that. What I don't like is for a company to say, hey, they did that amp, why don't we just put out a plugin based on that amp and not try to beat it. We're just going to jump into the stream and hope that people just will buy it. We've all seen that, guys. We've all seen it, and this is not that. But we've all seen companies just kind of jump in and say, well, we're going to jump into the hype and we're going to throw something out there that is alike to this. And it's if you're not trying to equal, or if you're not trying to beat the competition, or at least compete, I don't understand why anybody would put out an amp sim based on an amp that's been absolutely nailed by, say, 2 or 3 different developers. Why wouldn't you say, okay, instead of trying to beat those 3, we're going to go a little off grid and we're going to do something completely different. We're going to choose a different amp that might have some demand and just do our own thing. Because if you've got 3 companies that have nailed an amp, if you're not planning to step into that ring and start throwing bombs, why step in there at all? Why not just go around and just do something else? If you feel like you can walk in there with a product that is going to throw bombs, and not bombs, okay, I guess if that's not a word that you can say on YouTube anymore. Oh no, if you're not going to throw a product that's going to throw punches versus those other products, if all your product is going to do is jump into either a ring with heavyweights, or be it whatever analogy you like, a fast moving, not just fast, but rapid moving stream. If all you're going to be is a drop in the stream, or someone just a jobber to get beat up, what is the point? Why not do something different? Find an amp that no one's done, like for example the Rivera Knucklehead, or another amp like that. Find something of your own where you can set the bar and let someone beat you, instead of going after. But again, if you feel like your product, and you've tested all this and you've tested all of that, and you feel like your product can get in there and do damage, absolutely, you should focus on that and make it as the best product you can. But if you know factually that maybe your product is not going to do what these ones are doing, you're best off picking a different amp, not going with the hype. It's going to be better off. The amp sim community wins as well, because we get something new. Everyone gets something new. Everyone's intrigued. New developer offering a new amp that we haven't, nobody's really done before. This is a really great way to go at it as well. So I'm going to give this plugin right here. I am going to give this. Who are we giving the plugin away to, Bo? It's not that it's underwhelming, Eddie. It's just not. BJ, man, the Kuassa stuff is absolutely legitimate. And I mean, I know you're an effects guy. BJ is absolutely an effects guy. He loves his effects. And if you're curious, BJ, man, the Effector series, the chorus, there's 3 different choruses. There's 3 different phasers, just in 5 different overdrives. And that's just in these ones alone. But then they started, just as I mentioned here, guys, where the amplification series used to be in multiple amps inside one chassis. And then when you put it into Amplification 360, when you install it, it installs it. You open Amplification 360, it will split those into 3 separate amps or 5 different pedals. Yes, okay. However, they're doing things a little bit different now. Now they're also focusing on single effects. So they're focusing on stuff like, example, the Moon Muffin. And this is obviously a fuzz pedal, and we can hit this. Obviously, that's not really the tone we're looking at right now, but this is, they've gone and done a few different pedals that are just single entities that are all really great. They've got whammy pedals. They've got crazy pitch effects. I'm going to, at some point, we should probably just do an effects-driven stream where we just make strange sounds. And I think this would be the company to showcase. If you guys check this out, for example, and I go Effector, and they have, here's a start. They've got the whammo. And this thing, I don't have an expression pedal. So yeah, they've got the whammo, they've got all kinds of pitch effects. Maybe the most effective bunch of pitch effects I think I've ever heard. And one of them that I was most surprised to see, and we're not going to really get to this today, and that's kind of sucks, but I want to show it off anyways. Nope, this is not it. Sorry, folks. Here we are. And now this is based on that weird harmonizer from, is it EHX? It's like a mini Moog, or what do they call it again? I can't remember. But I remember a friend of mine, John, having this pedal in his effects unit, and I never got to use it, but I remember he knew how to use it, and holy cow, he could make some really crazy stuff with this thing. So again, check if you're a fan of modulation or pitch effects, really anything. This is the company to go to because they have everything under one roof. Everything you could ever ask for effects-wise is under one roof. So check it out in the meantime, guys. I am going to take a bit of a break. Then I'm going to come back and we're going to go to the higher gain side. What do you guys think? Should it be higher gain side today or doom today? I'm kind of jazzing on both. We could go high gain or we could go doom after this because we're taking Kuassa. I want to show you guys just how much can be done. Kind of a Kuassa weekend. It's going to be a lot of different stuff. We're going to do a country type clean stream where I'll pull out some effects and the Telecasters. Do doom. What do you guys want to see next today? Do you want the doom stream or do you want the high gain, modern high gain stream today? I would be more than happy to do either way. You guys just let me know before we get out of here today. And if you guys have any questions about the archive, it's going to be in all streams this weekend. Every single stream we're doing, the archive is going to be part of that. Can it doom? Can it do country? Yes, it can. Can it do southern rock? Yes, it can. Can it do high gain? Yes, it can. Can it do punk rock? We know it can. Yes, the Pog. That's it. Sorry. I couldn't remember the name of it off the top of my head. I really, really wanted to borrow it from him just so I could play around with it, but I didn't know him well enough to ask to borrow a pedal. Modern high gain, +1 for high gain. All right. Sounds good to me. I will do high gain. I'm gonna think the wife and I are gonna go for a walk downtown. And I'm gonna stop by the music store and maybe pick up a tuna and we'll go from there. And so I'll see you guys. Let's see. It's gonna be about let's say 4:30. All right, guys, 4:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I will be here for, let's say 4:20. 4:20. So I'll be here 4:20. It is Saturday, guys. I'm having a great day. This particular product has really, really impressed me today. I'm going to give this a 10 out of 10. I just like it that much. Every part of this plugin is awesome. You know what? Because I can't do 10 out of 10 because there's a little bit off in the authenticity. I know people complain. Let's go with a 9.5. 9.5 out of 10. This thing is amazing. Go and grab it right now at intro price. I would be stoked if you did. And they would be stoked if you did. And you know what? Finding Kuassa is going to is different for everyone. I find that everyone that finds Kuassa ends up really liking and really enjoying everything they buy from this company. And now that they've discontinued Amplification Cream and Amplification Vermilion, I do believe there's not really a way that you can go wrong. Okay? There's no way you can go wrong. Are you done in that bag? This cat, he's killing me today. But yeah, guys, I don't think you can go wrong. There's nothing in their lineup that you can go wrong with. All right? So we'll see you guys about 4:20. And man, I'm stoked for it. A couple of guitars. We're going to go to the opposite ends of spectrums. We're going to go with an EMG. An EMG kind of, you've seen the Thrasher guitar. And we're also going to go with the baritone. Baritone. So opposite ends of the spectrum. What kind of sounds can we get? Can we get modern chugs? And we'll find out, okay? So see you guys then. Thank you so much. Did Bo decide who's going to win? Mark Studios winning the giveaway today. Mark Studios, I just need to wait a couple of days to get the giveaway codes. So just in the meantime, please do email me. I know you've emailed me before, but please email me again at the ampsimuniverse@gmail.com. And yeah, we'll get you sorted out likely I'm assuming by Monday. Okay? I never really expect anything to be delivered by developers over a weekend. Although if they do, that's cool. But if they don't, we can't. Nobody works on. Not always do people work on weekends. So we'll see what we end up with. But definitely by Monday-ish, I would assume. All right, guys. So I'll see you guys 4:20. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you to Kuassa for letting me check out the Amplification Archive. As I always have to say with that, everybody always thinks that means if this is like a paid stream. These are not paid streams. Nothing. Absolutely not one single stream. Not one that you will ever see on here is paid by or paid for by any plugin developer out there. It is just not ever going to happen on this channel. The only thing that is kind of paid for is like the sponsors that you guys see, Aurora Tone and Mindsinger. We'll get to that in the next stream as well. Guys, thank you so much, and I will see you next time.